If you are currently a student in South Africa looking for easy and effective ways to make extra money, then make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, as I'll be sharing 5 legit and proven ways to make over 5,000 Rand a month on side hustles as a student. Now, if you are anything like I was as a student, then you probably have very little to no extra cash, aka broke. And having just a little bit of extra money really does help when you, for example, want to take a girl out for a date or a movie and not having to need to split the bill because of, pride. Now, as a student, my one friend and I came up with many different schemes to try and make money on the side. Now, as you can guess, most of them failed, but 5 of them managed to stick around for a while. And at the end of the year, we were able to make more than 5,000 Rand a month each. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, tutoring. Now, if you are not familiar with this self-explanatory term, tutoring basically means to help any student ranging from grade 1 up until university level with a specific subject that they are struggling with and that you are more knowledgeable about. Now, you can either work through an agency such as Teach Me Too, or you can tutor privately if you know someone personally that needs help. Now, working through an agency is obviously much easier and more convenient to find work, as you basically just sign up on their website, you set your available times and dates, enter your location, and bam, you'll be able to see a list of available jobs in your area. Now, you can earn on average around 180 Rand per hour if you work through an agency, and if you work 4 hours a week, that can easily end up paying 2,880 Rand per month. Now, if you work as a private tutor, you can obviously earn much more. I know some students personally that earn more than 300 Rand per private tutor lesson. And this is actually still much more affordable to the client than working through an agency, and obviously much more profitable for you because you kind of cut out the middleman. But this can be quite difficult if you are first starting out, as you kind of first need to build a bit of a track record and a client base that can refer you to other clients, as the trust factor really do count a lot in this industry. Number 2, promotion work. Many companies, for example Red Bull, like to recruit students to do promotion work for them over the weekends. You would typically operate a station with the company's branded products that you would try and sell and market to people passing by. Now, I'm sure you've all been cornered at least one stage in your life by a young guy or girl giving you a free coolbee, or trying to give you a cool freebie, or trying to sell you a drink. Yes? Well, this is actually quite a great opportunity for students, as not only does it pay fairly well, but you also get the chance to learn great communication and sales skills that will be of great benefit to you later in your life when you start working. Now, most of these companies pay anything between 80 and 120 Rand per hour, and you would on average work around 10 hours over the course of the weekend, which can end up earning you around 1,200 Rand over the weekend. And this is excluding tips, compensation for distance traveled, and the added benefit that you can get a free t-shirt and get to try some of the products out yourself. Number 3, house or pet sitting. Most South African households owns some sort of pet, and it is unfortunately not always possible to take these furry friends with when going on holiday. And those who do not own any animal companions would also like to have a peace of mind that the daily household tasks, such as cleaning the pool and watering the plants, are being taken care of by someone reliable. This is where the opportunity for house and pet sitting comes in. You can get paid anywhere between 150 and 350 Rand per day by just staying over in someone else's house and looking after their pets. And being used to a small student room, this is quite a nice breakaway from res, as you get to stay over at a big house over the course of the weekend and enjoy some change of scenery. Now, needless to say, this obviously comes with a lot of responsibility, as you cannot now suddenly throw lekker big parties, as you will quickly get a very bad reputation, the client will most likely leave a bad review, and will probably not recommend you to their friends. Now, once again, you can either work through an agency or you can pet sit for private clients, each of its own pros and cons. If you have never pet sitted before, I would highly recommend to first join an agency, so that you can get accustomed to the industry and that you can learn the ins and outs of being a good pet sitter. Now, there are quite a few good pet sitting companies available in South Africa, which I will link down below, and signing up is quite quick and easy. Now, how much you make will heavily depend on how many job opportunities are available in your area at the time, and it is obviously much more in demand over the holiday periods. But if you only house sit for 2 weekends every month at a rate of 250 Rand per night, you can easily add another 1,000 Rand to your side hustle income. Number 4, teaching a specific skill. Now, this one is quite closely related to tutoring, but instead of helping someone academically, you can teach one or a group of students a specific skill that you have already mastered. This can include teaching someone to play a specific musical instrument or offering private coaching lessons in different types of sport. Now, this can be scaled to a very high level, and seeing that we are living in the digital era, you can also offer these lessons live via an online platform, so you don't need to physically travel to the student to make this possible. Now, how much you earn will obviously depend on what type of skill you teach, how high your own skill level is, and if you only teach one or a group of students. But this can easily range between 250 and 1,000 Rand per hour, and possibly way beyond that if you are really good. So, for example, teaching a skill for 2 hours a week at a conservative 250 Rand per hour can easily add another 2,000 Rand to your side hustle income. And finally, number 5, affiliate marketing. Now, the traditional definition of affiliate marketing is to promote someone else's product, and if someone buys that product using your affiliate code or link, then you earn a small commission. Now, this works great for celebrities and social media influencers who already have a massive audience or following. But if you are watching this video, then I bet you're probably not one of those. And although there is a lot of earning potential with this type of affiliate marketing, I'm going to cover a bit of a different angle that is much easier achievable by students who don't yet have a massive following. What I am referring to is selling products online for a commission. And no, you don't need a fancy website or online store. Websites such as OLX, Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace makes it very easy and free to sell products to a certain audience at a certain area. So start with decluttering your own house or apartment. Try and identify items that you can find some value in, advertise these items on these free marketplaces, and voila, money in the bank. Now, you can obviously only sell so many things before you get disowned by your parents or you end up on the street. But by learning how to do this effectively with your own personal items, you can scale it by start helping to declutter a member of your family's house. Let's face it, we all accumulate unnecessary snert, and you will very well do them a favor by sorting through all their stuff and trying to sell it for a bit of income instead of just throwing it away. You can then add your own commission rate and once again, voila, money in the bank. We recently sold our house and I tried to make it a challenge to see how much I can possibly make by hustling every single item that I could find some value in. And would you know it, I managed to make well over 100,000 Rand. And no, we didn't own any fancy items. It was just the accumulation of small items on a large scale that eventually added up. Now, there is a bit of a learning curve with this, and it does take a lot of money to sort through everything, clean it up, take pictures, determining the item's value, advertising it, negotiating a price, and arranging delivery. But the more you do it, the better you become, the more effective you work, and effectively, the more you will earn. Now, you may think to yourself, how on earth will you be able to make time for all of these side hustles while still trying to pass your degree? Well, I studied veterinary science, which is a 6-year degree, and in my humble opinion, one of the most difficult and time-consuming degrees out there. But in my 4th year, I managed to juggle all 5 of these side hustles at the same time, while still keeping my grades high enough to pass. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to brag, I'm only trying to tell you that it is most definitely possible. And you can probably earn way more than 5,000 Rand a month if you have more time and if you have the right mindset. So if I could do it, you can do it too. And once again, I've had personal experience with each one of these side hustles, so I know that they work. Don't go and waste your time filling in online surveys or falling for these get rich quick schemes that is littered all over the internet. You don't get rich quick, especially not within a South African environment. You need to work hard, hustle, and be willing to do what others don't if you want to rise above the rest and build substantial wealth. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this video was of value to you and that you can somewhere immediately start making money. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you've tried any of these side hustles before and if you've had any success. And if you would like to see more videos on personal finance, entrepreneurship, investing, and just life hacks in general, make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a lekker day and I'll see you in another video next week. Cheers.